And we're starting. So, it's Kevin G from New York City. And it's me, Shuban,
Hello.
from London. And do you watch the game, Kev? How'd you feel, mate?
I watched everything except the end. I watched until about the 80th minute or whenever.
That
Yeah,
must have been
I had to pick up
painful.
my brother from work, so
Do you know what?
yeah.
You would not believe the anti-Levy diatribes that are going on right now. If you see my latest YouTubes, everyone's
No,
blaming Levy. It's like, oh, Levy, he ain't splashing the cash. It's like, you know what? It's not as if he's got a bottomless pit of money to play with. Do you know what I mean?
the thing that I didn't understand was why. I mean, Adebayor is not match fit, but if he was playing in the first half, I don't know if you saw the message I left you on Facebook, but we would have scored at least two or three of those.
Yeah, some of the crosses. I mean, that's when. Do you know when we got wide right? You were begging for a cross to be put in there. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was Bale was on fire for maybe 20, 30 minutes, and he couldn't know it. Like I thought, well, at one point wasn't it 89% possession?
Yeah, like the first 10 minutes. But the thing that annoyed me the most that we had so many like good give and goes. Like Rafa, everyone's having a go at Lennon, right? And I thought we had some really good give and goes. That first half, Lennon was doing pretty well. Bale was doing superbly, you know.
Right.
Sandro was like choking the midfield, you know.
Even
But
Livermore was doing pretty well. Yeah.
I thought Livermore, but you know what? Towards the end, right, he just. The thing about Livermore is that there's one bit I noticed in the game that he had to take at least two touches, then wait about 10 seconds, then make a pass. Okay? Now, that doesn't sound like a
Yeah,
lot,
and he
10
kept
seconds.
going back also.
Yeah, 10 seconds isn't a huge amount, but you know that if that had been Luka Modric, with the first time he would have hit a pass, you know? Or he would have hit the ball
Yeah.
forward. And that's the difference when we miss that incisive forward passing that Luka Modric provides. And that's the thing, we are missing that. And until we sort that out, you know, it's like when Jay. Honestly, it was so embarrassing when Jermaine Jonas came on and you had like Jermaine Jonas and Livermore. You're like thinking, oh, this is
Yeah.
going to go straight to hell, isn't it? And it did. If he was begging for like a Parker or someone to like say, look, this is our this is. Do you know like when why Chelsea part of the bus? You know what I mean? Against
Right.
Barcelona,
Like, well,
against Bayern Munich. You wanted a bus
why
driver.
did why didn't we take Livermore off? Why did we take Sandro off? I didn't notice.
Do you know what? The only thing I can think of about is that Sandro's obviously played a lot of games in the Olympics and everything, you know. So it's possibly because of the Olympics, I think. Yeah, that's all I can think of. But I don't know. Sandro, for me, just didn't play. I mean, I thought we played pretty well. He joined forward, but oops, I think we've just lost Kevin. Let's just try this one more time. Mate, I think I lost you here for a second. And you're back.
Sorry about that.
Ah,
My
that's cool.
internet connection's not the best. We have like, well, I got an
Okay,
iPhone and my brother got an iPhone, and
okay.
we connected to the router, and
Oh,
then
okay.
now my brother got a laptop, and my other cousins are here, and they have their iPhones and laptops and stuff. So
Uh,
there's probably like 12 devices hooked up to one portal, and I have like
okay.
no internet now.
Oh, we'll soldier on and do the best we can do. Anyhow, no,
And
it's,
you're
no, I'm still there. It's alright. I'm just going to put it on. It's a work in
you there?
progress.
Can you hear me?
I'm good. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly. As long as I can hear you, that's great.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just for me. I just think we need a playmaker. And did you say there was one really funny moment, right? It wasn't. Well, it wasn't funny. It's not funny then, but there was a back pass to Friedel, and he fluffed it. Honestly, he was like 60 yards, and he just bounced off him or something.
And Friedel just heads it out. He didn't know whether to.
Head,
Oh,
yeah,
who gave that pass to him?
I think it might have been Walker. You know that, and those two had a really bad bit of communication throughout. That was some
Mhm.
piss poor communication. You know what I mean? It was just honestly, I'm hoping that because thing is, it doesn't help that when Hazard, right? He's set up two goals, all right. He
Right.
scored a goal today, and you just think, why did we not pump for him in January or something? We knew about this guy, but I can't blame Lee for it. At the end of the day, Chelsea, I bet whether he was using us, I don't know whether he was genuinely interested in signing for us or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, but it's like we are so need like someone just to, like Sturridge. He's still on the bench. He hasn't played, I think, for Chelsea the last two games, and I don't think he's going to get onto the pitch. You know, why are we not trying to sign someone like Sturridge? Because we blatantly need someone to push Lennon and to play up front. You know.
The thing that I'm thinking is that Levy is not really thinking, as much as he says he wants to win the league, I don't think that that's his intention. I think his main thing is to become, like, the best, I guess, financially stable, because if you think about it, I think he would rather us be a very attractive team going forward, but not necessarily winning the league and, you know, being financially solvent. Not like, if you look at how much Chelsea has spent in like the last 7-8 seasons, for the relatively little that they've achieved, pretty much us and Chelsea, obviously they've been doing a lot better, but, you know, if you'd rather spend 500 million and win 2 leagues and a Champions League, or would you rather spend like 100 million and just get, like, you know?
Well, it's more like $1 billion he's put. Abramovich in the last 10 years has probably put in about £1 billion into Chelsea.
Yeah.
You just even, because the thing is, their stadium isn't huge, and yes, they know they do well in the Champions League, but even with all their Champions League money, you're telling me on the wages that they pay their players, they're in severe deficit all the time. He just keeps writing off their deficit, but I think what it boils down to is that everyone, I mean, he's obviously Levy's building a new stadium, you know, and I think the whole thing is build a new stadium, get us playing regular Champions League football, and he can sell us, and obviously give us like a low debt amount. Do you know what I mean? Leave us with very little debt, okay? And then obviously we're very attractive to someone who wants to buy us, you know?
Right.
And so that's obviously, I mean, obviously they've always denied it, saying, well, we're not interested in selling the club, but, you know, they'd be idiots not to, you know?
And they just built a new training center, all that stuff. So.
We haven't moved in yet, though. We still haven't moved in yet. It's terrible.
Wasn't it supposed to be now?
No, it's like, apparently, because we've had some really weird weather, and apparently because of the weather, some grass hasn't grown properly, I don't know, some shit like that, so it's been pretty effed up. But hopefully, like I said, I think we've got 1 more week to go. Adebayor, he did look good, he set a good passing for Bale, you know, and I just think if we can just get that one good result, you know, if we can get that playmaker in, that's what we need a playmaker, we need someone, the conductor. We're like, honestly, it's like, everyone needs a leader, you know.
Would you want a Charlie Adam if he came available for cheap?
Absolutely not. I would never want a Charlie Adam. Not in a billion gazillion years will I want a Charlie Adam. Sorry, dude. Trust me. There's a reason.
I'm just wondering.
No, trust me. I didn't want Charlie Adam 2 years ago when he was linked with us at Blackpool. I didn't want Charlie Adam last year. I laughed how much they paid for him. You know, it's just. You know, do not want Charlie Adam at all. That's just. I honestly think it's just a case of I think in a week's time we'll probably get the players we want. We'll probably get Loris. We'll probably get Mvia. I don't know how you pronounce his name. And we'll probably
You really think we're going to get them?
I reckon we will. I think obviously we're going to go to part 2, so we'll try and leave it for part 2. But I just think that's the reason we're going to look at Huddleston. I think because I think we're going to sell him in January. I really do think, but. It's hard to sell a player that's been injured all year, you know. But if you get him out on loan, if you get him out on loan, he puts in a good few performances. It puts him in the shop window. Do you know what I'm saying?
How much did we get for Krankar?
Kranjčar, I reckon, obviously wasn't disclosed, but about 6.5 million, I'm guessing. So
and then Bentley is out.
Oh, Bentley will hopefully be out, but he's on he's on good wages, and so it's like anyone that takes Bentley has to pay his wages, you know. And that's the tricky part, because we have a go at Luka Modric for not showing loyalty to us, all right? But then, but that's because it's like we have a go at players when they don't show loyalty to us because we want to keep them, but we don't have a go at players for like we scream at players for being greedy when they don't want to take a pay cut to go play football somewhere else. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How much did Adebayor take as a pay cut?
Well, he actually hasn't apparently, and this is I'll leave this for part 2 because honestly, when I tell you this, right, your reaction for part 2. We'll have you pissing yourself. Do you know what? I'll bring it. Let's do it now. Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let's just cut. Hold on. Yeah, and hopefully, please click on the ad links as and when they appear. Go to spursforum.co.uk. Click on the ad links. Come on, you Spurs. Get ready for part 2.